Ladies and gentlemen, how are you for your Monday night? It's good to be back. It was a very busy Monday, like it tends to be on a Monday. It's like we get updates for everything. How are you all? Good to see you, Gayla, DJ, Diane, Wendy's here, Maria, Danny, the giant dog raiser, Sean is here. Shasta, good to see you. Sherry runs late, made it. She's been very late recently. Let's see. Glitter, hey Glitter, good to see you, my friend. Elaine, hey Elaine, hope you are well too. Lynn D, good to have you too. Wendy R, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Wendy R says, thanks, Pink. Someday I'll figure out how to set up pal. Yeah, I get it. Thank you. It's very, very much appreciated though. I do very much appreciate your super chat and your message. Thank you. You saw my doppelganger? Who was it? Who was it? You have to tell me now. Who is it? I hate mornings. Good to see you. Yeah, Laura T, good to see you too. All right, let me get set up and then let me get the camera on. Let's talk about the case in the title. Very weird, very strange story, but we're going to go over it. Hold on, let me move it. Yeah, to here. Yes. All right, here we go. Out of Tennessee. This is one of the weirdest stories I've ever heard, especially in a murder investigation. It says Tennessee murder suspect uses stolen identity to report his crime. Yes, very clever. They're saying dispatchers in Tennessee got a call from a hiker who said he'd fallen off a cliff while running from a bear. We've had some very bear related crimes recently. One guy who got called in as a bear attack, and it wasn't, it was a murder. And now this. They're saying investigators now say the call was actually from a murder suspect who used a stolen identity. They're saying this happened on October 18th in Monroe County, Tennessee, at the Charles Hall Bridge along the Shirola Skyway near Tellico Plains. The man on the phone to dispatchers in Polk County, Tennessee, identified himself as Brandon Andrade. They say listening to the scanner traffic from the incident below. Let's listen to that in a second. They say when officers arrived at the scene, they found a man's body. He had an ID that named Brandon and some same last name, Andrade or something like that. So same last name, very strange. They say investigators later determined that that was not the man who died, and they have yet to learn the victim's true identity. So the person who killed him put the ID on him, trying to mask it as another person. They say deputies discovered a man who had recently used the same identity. His name is 45-year-old Nicholas Wayne Hamlett, a man wanted in Alabama for parole violation. And according to the sheriff, Tommy Jones says Hamlett had used the stolen identity on multiple occasions. So according to the information I have, they are still working with the state police and the FBI to try and get uh, a composite or a sketch of the man who they found deceased. Right now, they're saying that it's just a John Doe, but they're trying to because they don't know the identity of this guy. They don't know who it is, so they're trying to find out who uh, who this guy is. They're going to put out. So at some point, they're going to put out a sketch. We'll see that when they actually put it out. Glitter says he works at my local drugstore. I almost got his picture, but I chickened out. Okay, all right. Yes, you do those creepy things. The guy is gifted or something reported his own crime. No. What I think he tried to do was, I think he tried to act as if he was the victim. So he put the ID on the victim he killed and then called it in saying like, "Hey, I'm being chased by a bear." And then when they finally got there, the guy was already dead. Had the fake ID on him. That's not actually the guy. They're now trying to figure out what his name is. And the guy who killed him took off. And the guy who killed him is the guy in the title. So it's a bit of a roundabout story, but they're looking for Nicholas Wayne Hamlett, who they believed used that stolen identity. He's also wanted out of Alabama on parole violation, and they believe he may have something to do with the guy they found dead. So let's watch the video, then we'll play the radio call too.
A 911 call from a rural area in Tennessee leads law enforcement to a body and a bigger mystery.
And started a manhunt that could include several states. Thanks for joining us. I'm Latricia Thomas.
And I'm Kim Chapman-Whitfield. These photos you see behind us are those suspect in the manhunt right now. His name is Nicholas Hamlett. He's now wanted for first-degree murder and is considered armed and dangerous.
Now, the circumstances that led up to those charges started in Monroe County, just near a bridge on the Cherahela Skyway. That's where a 911 call came through from a man saying was chased by a bear. But instead of finding a lost hiker, police found a man's body.
Now, as Mary Beth Mangrum explains, we still don't know whose body it was. Mary Beth.
Kim, Latricia, it all started with a 911 call out of Polk County and led investigators to a man they say has a previous record with the false identity of their nameless victim, but they worry their suspect already fled Tennessee.
Got a call from Polk County advised a male subject fell off a cliff while he was running from a bear.
What the Monroe County Sheriff's Office thought was a rescue mission turned out to be a first-degree murder investigation.
Any available units to head toward Cherahela Skyway and Falls Branch Road in Tellico, something about 2 miles before the state line.
That information from Broadcastify after Polk County 911 transferred a call from a man claiming to be Brandon Andrade to Monroe County, where first responders were told to head to this area of Cherahela Skyway and Falls Branch Road. Polk County 911 tells us they cannot yet release the call due to the ongoing investigation.
All available units responding.
When they arrived, they found a deceased man with Brandon's ID, but it wasn't him. And investigators later discovered that this version of events
A male subject that fell off of a cliff while running from a bear. He hit his head, not able to move his legs. He's going to be at the fall.
didn't happen. According to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, that ID had been stolen and used by Nicholas Wayne Hamlett previously. Monroe County says 45-year-old Hamlett is considered dangerous and could be armed. But what the investigation hasn't yet uncovered, the victim's true identity or how his body actually got there.
So, as you can see in this particular statement that the sheriff, Tommy Jones, released. Is that his name? Tommy Jones? Hold on. It is Tommy Jones, yes. Sheriff Tommy Jones. At this time, the deceased male has not been identified and is being referred to as John Doe. Special agents with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation are currently working to develop a sketch of John Doe to be released publicly with the, to try and identify him. The incident is still under investigation. Further information will be released at a later time. Hey, my friend. Hey, Share Oh, some cookies? Thank you. I like cookies. Angela says that's not unusual. No, this part is not unusual. When they have a John Doe or a Jane Doe, they often will do sketches or composites or whatever. They're pretty common. The uncommon bit here is someone trying to play off a murder as if it's a bear attack and that the person fell off a cliff while trying to run away from a bear. What is it with people trying to blame it on bears? They need a bear union. A bear union. We've had far too many people trying to pass off murders on bears recently. I think they need to start a union, lodge a federal tax income thing, get a exemption going, and start doing some, campaigning in Washington for better protection of bear rights and identification. Because it's bizarre to have two different murders in about a week. Both tried to be blamed on bears. That's very strange. That's right, bear rights. That's right. How dare you? How dare you blame it on the bears? How dare you? Yeah, Sheriff Tom Jones. That's right. By day he's a sheriff, by night he sings songs to 70-plus-year-old women at a cabaret. All right. Let's play the rest of the video.
The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation is working on a sketch to ask for the public's help to help identify the John Doe.
We've reached out to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office's Criminal Investigation Division for more information about the man whose ID was found on the body, but have not yet heard back. Authorities say the suspect has connections to Alabama, Montana, Tennessee, Alaska, Kentucky, and Florida. Kim?
So did you hear all those states that they read out? This guy could be anywhere by now. And I know for a fact that people that listen to this show live in at least 50% of what she just said. So keep an eye out. This is a good old-fashioned manhunt. There's no C in there. There was no C. Don't be saying that Ping swore. I didn't. It's a manhunt with a H, not a C. Yeah, if you live in any of those states that she mentioned and you see this man, call it in. Call it into the call 911 probably. He's a suspected murderer, and he may be armed and dangerous. So not someone you just want to be like calling the non-emergency line about and being like, "Yes, if you could get here in the next 18 to 24 hours, that'd be great." No, it needs to be it needs to be like 5 seconds. So call 911. He needs to be brought into custody. What are they saying here? Do they have a number for us? No. All right, let me check my other one. I have a different one that may have a number for us. Yes, here. If you see Mr. Hamlett, especially in or around Monroe County, Tennessee, please call 911. That's your first option. Your second option is call Monroe County Dispatch. It's 423-442-4357. If you have just any information related to the incident but not a sighting, please call the Monroe County Sheriff's Office on their normal telephone number, 423-442-3911. So those are the two numbers if you live locally. If you live out of state, I just call your local sheriff or police department. But they're saying here, currently right now, they have a whole massive group of teams working on this, including the TBI, the FBI, the Knox County Sheriff's Office, the Knox Police Department, the Knoxville Police Department, U.S. Forestry, Hamilton County Cave and Technical Rescue Team, Monroe County Rescue Squad, Monroe County EMA, Monroe County E911 Center, and Polk County E911 Center. All first responders that responded to the call for service. So there's a whole bunch of people working on this right now, according to the sheriff. It's interesting. So on the sheriff's website here, they say that when the caller called in to 911, he claimed to be Mr. Brandon Andrade. He advised the dispatcher that he had fallen off a cliff while running from a bear. The distressed caller claimed that he was injured and partially in water, and that the call had been pinged to the area of Charles Hall Bridge in the Sherahola Skyway and Teleco Plains. So he might win. When arrested, he may win the sheriff's office Oscar for outstanding acting in a 911 call. He may win it. He may win best actor in a 911 call because it's not a real 911 call. The guy was already dead. Really horrible. I hope we can find out who the John Doe is. That'll be really important. And why did Andrade or Nicholas Wayne Hamlett, why, one, did he have this person's identification? And two, why did he have to kill the guy in the middle of the forest? You know, it's very concerning after we heard of that story last week of Dustin in Montana, who they still not sure 100% who killed him. They are still searching for more information, looking for the murder weapon, which is missing. And no new information on Dustin right now either. But yeah, 2 cases in about a week of bears being blamed for killing people, and they did not. All right, let's listen to the scanner traffic from Mary Beth Mangrum TV.
Central dispatch to Monroe County Fire. Need any available units to head towards Halo Skyway and Falls Branch Road in Tellico. Something about 2 miles before the state line. Got a report of a male subject that fell off of a cliff while running from a bear. He's in his head, not able to move his legs. He's going to be at the falls. Time of dispatch 2352. All available units responding. Switch over to incident 1.
There you go. You hear the raw call. Well, that's the dispatch call. It's a shame we don't have, well, they're not giving it out right now due to the ongoing investigation, but there is a 911 call that the media are trying to get a hold of. Like, they want to hear what he actually said in this 911 call, not snippets from the sheriff, not, you know, parts of it. People want to hear the entire thing in the voice of this this particular wanted guy. They really want to I want to hear it too. But right now we don't have it. At least I don't think so. Hold on. I think they said due to the ongoing investigation right now that they're not willing to release it. Yeah, let me just double check they haven't done that in the last 20 minutes. And then people will go, ping, ping, they just did it. They just had it. Why'd you miss it? Let's see. No. No, not yet. But I reckon in the next day or two, we'll probably have it. They probably just want to clear everything from the call and make sure there's nothing, you know, sensitive to the operation right now. Oh, when I searched that name, Nicholas Wayne Hamlett, my show comes up. I was like, whoa, who's that? Oh, it's me. Wait, I'm talking. Yeah, I'm talking. Yeah, we're on a live show. All right, let's see. He's wanted for murder in Tennessee, has ties to Kentucky. He's described as 5'7", 170 pounds, considered armed and dangerous. And if you see him, do not approach and call 911. But they are calling this a nationwide manhunt right now. So grab your bloodhounds, grab your truck, grab your manhunt music, grab your rifle, and go looking. It's a good old-fashioned manhunt. Maybe. Stewards score, please. What, the Steelers game? Oh, I don't have I've got the game on in the background, but they're in a commercial break. Hold on. Currently, Steelers have the ball. It's 9-6. Steelers leading right now. And the Steelers are 1st and 10 at the Pittsburgh 18. So there you go. We will find out shortly. Very low scoring game so far. Very low scoring game if you're watching Monday Night Football. All right. Just got to be careful. I think I'm waiting on a courier. So yeah. We may get a courier package at some stage. Yeah, they're saying here, according to Alabama.com, Hamlett, who has used multiple false identities in the past, was arrested using the name Joshua Jones in 2009 for hitting a man with a baseball bat and then burying him alive in rural Cusada. He was initially charged with attempted murder and kidnapping, but pleaded guilty to a lesser offense in 2012 and was sentenced to 20 years in prison. Court records said he had 4 prior felony convictions. It's not clear when he was released from prison on parole. He currently has ties to Alabama, Montana, Tennessee, Alaska, Kentucky, Florida, as well as South Carolina. They're saying, yeah, he's considered armed and dangerous. What the hell? Yeah. Alabama man who tried to bury a man alive, wanted in connection with Tennessee murder. So there's some more close-up photos of him for you. So his original conviction that he was in jail for recently was basically what he just did, except this time he was successful. He actually killed the guy allegedly, but if it is true what they're saying, yeah, he killed the guy. So, hey Patty L, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, so this guy's got a long history, especially with violent crime, and has no qualms about killing people. He is all good with it. He's tried it before. He was successful this time. He is not someone you want to approach. They're saying here he's used multiple aliases in the past. And okay, so currently detectives with the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and the county's Violent Crime Task Force are viewing the scene and, investigating right now. They're saying Hamlett was previously arrested in 2009 in connection to an incident in Elmo, not Elmo, like the little red guy from Sesame Street, Elmore County, in which he held a Prattville man by gunpoint and attempted to strike him with a baseball bat before burying him in rural Cusada, according to court records. Hamlett, according to the original reports of the incident, was using the name Joshua Jones when he reached out to the victim so he could get some insurance. Hamlett was charged with attempted murder and kidnapping before pleading guilty to the lesser offense of felony assault in 2012. He was sentenced to 20 years, but somehow he got out. I'm guessing he got out around 2022, 23. Served around 50% of his sentence. Yeah, apparently blunt force trauma or blaming it on a bear. One or the other. Leonard Cavavos found safe, a young man with autism. Hey, anytime I can see a young person who's made it out of their home and is found safe, I'm so happy. We had such a bad run of autistic children who had run out of their homes and unfortunately found dead, like all through summer, all through June, July, and August. We had an awful run of it. It was at least a couple every week. And we had one stretch where there was like one every day and they all died. It was so, so sad. Don't want to hear of any more autistic children, falling into water or, something like that. So I'm glad to hear that at least one of them made it home. Glad. So yeah, there you go. Keep these photos in mind. And if you see this guy in your region, we have a lot of people from the South. A lot of people from the South watch this show. If you see him, he is a wanted man. Has killed before or tried to kill before, and this time he was successful. Do not approach him. Call 911 or Monroe County Dispatch and report him. Get him taken in. He needs to be in jail. All right. There we go. That's it. That's all the update I have. When we have the full 911 call, I'll bring it to you. By the way, the sisters were supposed to the sister who killed her sister, Penny, was supposed to be in court this morning. For some reason, she never went to court. I was checking all morning, and there's no update that she actually went to court today. At least not that I can find. I've been searching all day because she was due in court this morning. Yeah, I don't see anything on the local news. So I'm not sure if it got pushed back for some reason but right now I don't have. Oh, he did? Did he get good results or bad results? Someone tell me, did Judy Ron get the results he wanted or is bad? Good? Bad? Tell me which one. Sean says, I felt like if it wasn't for autism in the Stone Age, humanity may have never spread across the earth. Maybe. Oh, he got good results? Oh, thank the Lord. Oh, that's really good news. Angela says, Ping, why were you up at 6:15 this morning? Was I up at 6:15? I probably got up to get a drink or something. Sean says, maybe it's a human trait for that reason. Maybe. Could be. But I'm very happy that Judy Ron got good results. Hopefully that means he's got an easy path to treatment and that it won't take that long and he'll be feeling a lot better soon. I hope so. That's awful news. I don't want anyone to have cancer or something. That's yeah. Good news. All those good vibes everyone sent for Judy Ron seem to work. Good work. So what's that guy's name? Hold on. Not Judy Ron. I'm looking up a different one. Hold on, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, give me 1 second. I want to look up this missing kid. What is his name? Now I can't find the comment that everyone was talking about. Oh, I'll just search it like this. Hold on. Oh, no, okay, that didn't work. I'll have to get the name. Where is it? I know someone commented it. Okay, it doesn't want to... If someone wants to post that name again, I'll look it up. Oh, here. Leonardo Cevavos? Alright. Doesn't seem to come up. I know the spelling is a SP because you don't know it, but oh, here, Arctic Fox True Crime had it. By the way, good work, Arctic Fox. What is the actual name though? It says Leo is an avid gamer who is believed to have traveled to Austin, Texas to meet a man online. Traveled. Yeah, I'll find it, guys. I have the Google foo. I have it. All right. It looks like because he was found, everyone's sort of pulled down all the information. All right. Well, we can't show it apparently because all the papers and that have been pulled down. Yeah, it's all been taken down. I was just looking at all of it. Everyone's removed it all for some reason. But look, hey, he was found. That's good work. Says that he traveled to Texas to possibly meet someone online, and that was their major concern. But sounds like he was found. So Cavevos. Yeah, I looked that up. I'm guessing that's not the way you spell it. That's the way you spell it. It's Cavazos. Not the way you guys were spelling it. So yeah, they're saying that he was located safe. Yeah, missing people in America. They said he was located safe, but the original story was that he was last seen at his residence in the 1700 block of Long Shadow Drive in Windsor, Colorado, around 11 p.m. on October 18th. They said that he possibly was traveling to meet someone that he met online, but there's a photo of him. Thank God they found him alive. They said he was an avid gamer and he rarely leaves home. That's why this was so out of the ordinary for him. But I'm glad his parents have been able to find him. Last thing we need is another, kid on the spectrum being found dead. I I never want to hate reading those stories. They're terrible. Yeah, all the things I see said that he's been located. Good. Glad that he's safe and sound. It was Colorado originally. Windsor, Colorado. They reckon he was heading possibly to Texas. Where he was actually found, I'm not sure. What's with the prayers at the top here? Dear Heavenly Father, praying to Jesus, praying God. I mean, that's fine. I mean, it's just a bit of an odd thing to post. What if he's Muslim and he's not Christian? What if he's Hindu? What if he's a Buddha? What if he's Buddhist? How do your prayers still work if they're not the same? Is it like a telephone call? You have to like call the number and they have to match. If you say a prayer in Christian, does it work in Muslim, or does it have to be the same one to work and connect? You have to tell me because I'm not sure. They still believe in Jesus, so it works. So you can cross that divide with your prayers. Okay. Shad Hunter says, for some reason my chat won't stay on. Oh. Should probably, I don't know. You could try rebooting. Patty L says, not according to the Bible ping. Okay, there you go. Straight from the Bible. Straight from the Bible. You must be the same religion for your prayers to work and have effect. I have no idea. I'm a holiday Christian. That's it. I'm a holiday Christian. I go 3 times a year for for Easter, Christmas, eh, for like weddings, for baptisms. That's it. I'm one of those people you call a holiday religious person. That's it. But God is everywhere and he's with us every day. I don't need to be in a pointy house for him to know that I am with him and he is with me. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's talk about more true crime. Is that like you won't speak to them at all? Is that like something like you're on mute? Oh, interesting. I never knew that, Sean. All right. Let's go to New York. No, I don't want to go to New York actually. No, I don't want to do that story. Hmm. All right, let's do this one. This one's way better. Let's go to Hattisburg. We haven't been there in a while. They say a Hattisburg woman found deceased Saturday after crashing into building. We'll read more. They say the woman was found deceased Saturday morning in her vehicle after it crashed into a building in Lamar County. They say the county coroner, Blake, is it Mathern, said Saturday night that the body of 36-year-old Zakoya Johnson Eccles was being sent to the Mississippi State Crime Lab in Biloxi for examination to determine whether anything contributed to her death. They say both the medical examiner and the PD said a death investigation was ongoing. The HPD said that officers responded about 10 a.m. Saturday to a report of an accident on Park Place Avenue where an individual had wrecked into a building. When officers arrived, they discovered the female driver unresponsive inside her vehicle. The woman was declared dead at the scene. There was no other reported injuries, but they are doing a death investigation. That is very odd, right? What did someone do? Put her in a car and push her down a hill? It's weird. So let's listen to this.
First at 10, a Hattiesburg woman is dead and an investigation is underway after a car crashed into a building this morning. Welcome in, I'm Keandra Malloy. Now, details are limited, but here's what we know so far. The Hattiesburg Police Department says officers responded to a report of a vehicle crash into a building on Park Place Avenue around 10 a.m. When officers arrived, they found this scene on your screen right now. You can see a portion of that security fence was down. Now, HPD says officers found a driver unresponsive inside her vehicle. She was pronounced dead on the scene. Now, the Lamar County coroner identified the deceased as 36-year-old Zakoya Johnson Eccles. Her body is being sent to the Mississippi State Crime Lab in Biloxi for examination. No others were injured. HPD says this is an ongoing investigation.
These are things you don't see every day.
I want to watch the snake. What is it doing?
White-tailed deer.
What did it
began as
eat?
just another day of tracking pythons for researchers quickly turned into a historic discovery. Ian Bartizek and Ian Easterling, biologists with the Conservancy of Southwest Florida, partnered with the University of Cincinnati to learn more about how invasive Burmese pythons are affecting the local ecosystem.
Did that python try and eat a deer? Look at that python. That python's gonna die. I saw a python who tried this and ended up dying because it ate a too big a meal. No, it's a deer. You can see the hoofs on the end. Shebe says, I wonder how many people would chat you one-to-one in person. They do already. I already get a lot of people who talk to me outside of the show. I appreciate that. Shebe says, your knowledge is bountiful, your personality is tart, and dang it if you ain't funny. Yeah, a lot of people, thank you. I appreciate the compliments. A lot of people do talk to me outside the show. If you find me on the Facebook page, a lot of people PM me throughout the day and night. See, you can find us here on the Facebook. So if you want to PM me, you can PM me via there. All right, let's go back to that. I want to see what the snake was doing.
But during an outing last December on private lands just outside of Naples near Big Cypress National Preserve.
When we turned the corner, a fellow biologist, Ian Easterling, who doesn't terribly get very excited on this project, was animated, vocal, so I knew something was up, and he said, guys, she has a deer. And we looked over, and you could see some of the photographs that came from that, so we all kind of chilled out, laid on the ground nearby, and recorded some pretty neat video imagery.
Creepy cool, he described it. A 115-pound female Burmese python swallowing a 77-pound full-sized white-tailed deer. The deer was more than half the snake's body mass. And if that wasn't remarkable enough, the python set a new record, opening its mouth 10.2 inches wide.
But these animals should not be underestimated. They are capable of swallowing immense-sized prey. And if you were on the fence about the impact these animals are having across the greater Everglades, I would recommend getting off the fence, because with images like this and what we're trying to share here over a decade of tracking these pythons, which is why we're on assignment, these animals are having tremendous impact on our native wildlife. And
Wow, that's bonkers. Yeah, those Burmese pythons that made it into the Everglades region are destroying the local ecosystem because they eat everything, and there are no predators that eat them. Like even the alligators don't eat them. So, um, the only thing they're trying to do now is like if you see one and you kill it and bring it in, they pay you money. There's bounty like programs in Florida where you can catch snakes and get paid for it. They eat 10-year-olds. Yes, they do. Shebe says, "Who will cuddle me during the nightmares now? Thanks, Ping." Sorry, I just wanted to see what it was eating. I was like, "Oh my god." Rachel says, "That's huge. They are a huge invasive problem." Yeah. Unfortunately, Florida's had some very strange mishaps biodiversity. Like they introduced the monkeys that were from some entertainment thing, then they escaped. They were like, you know what we're going to do, we're very clever, we're going to put the monkeys on an island, and the monkeys will never get off the island. They will live there forever. They will never get into the wider forest, and we'll be able to control them. Yeah, sure. Like, so within a year, the monkeys made it off the island and then went everywhere in the Everglades. So that's why you guys have have all the monkeys that live in Florida now, because they escaped from someone's adventure tour. And yeah, they thought if we put them on the island, they'll never be able to get off. And then somehow the monkeys, being much more clever than the humans, figured a way off the island and then infiltrated all of the all of the Everglades. So if you're down there, apparently you can still see them there. There's a huge population in a certain part, and they still live there today. So then you have the snakes too. You have the giant, I don't know, Burmese python and other ones, and there's a few different large snakes that live in the Everglades. Angela says people smuggle animals and they get out. That too. Oh yeah, the Joro spiders. Yeah, I saw them. They're from Japan, right? I every summer or spring in America, I see it on the news websites. They're like, watch out for the giant orb weaving spiders that came from Japan. Every spring, I see it on US websites. They're like the size of a dinner plate, and they're huge. Sean says Komodo dragons eat goats. When I went to Indonesia, I saw Komodo dragons in real life, and they look like really giant iguanas, or not iguanas. Whatever the ones we have here that climb trees, a goanna. So they look like just a really mutant giant goanna. So yeah, I don't know how we got onto reptiles. Anyway, let's get back to true crime. That one we were reading about before, that was very strange. But now they're saying that they do have a resolution. So that lady that was, oh, we should have done this before. Sorry, everyone. That lady that was found in the crashed car, they actually have charged someone over that death. It wasn't an accident. They say her husband has been charged with murder after a Mississippi woman found dead in crashed car. So there's a photo of her husband. They say one day after a woman was found dead after her car crashed into a building, her husband has been charged with the murder in the case. His name is Kenron Cartez Eccles, 50, of Colombia, and he's being charged with first-degree murder, tamper with evidence in the death of his wife, Sequoia Johnson Eccles, 36. So they're saying that her death was premeditated. Let me see if I can find anything else on Mr. Kenrod Eccles. Okay, he was in court this morning too. He had a bond set. Let's have a look.
Another update out of Hattiesburg. Bond is set for a man investigators say admitted to his wife's murder over the weekend. She was found dead inside a vehicle in Hattiesburg over the weekend. 50-year-old Kenrod Cartez Eccles had his bond set at $800,000 during his initial appearance in Hattiesburg Municipal Court today. He faces 3 charges: first-degree murder, tampering with evidence, and malicious mischief. His wife, Zakoya Johnson Eccles, was found dead around 10 a.m. Saturday on Park Place Avenue. She was in a vehicle that had crashed into a building there.
I'm sorry, the snake is back. How does that work? We went to a completely different website and the snake is back, haunting us. It's haunting our dreams, everyone. I don't know why, but it just is. Interesting. Guys, hold on. Sorry about that. What package are we getting now? I got some shoes for the wedding. For the wedding we're going to in December. I had to get my shoes. It's not for the wedding, it's for the night before. There's like a dinner that we have to go to. And I was like, I ain't wearing polished shoes. I'm not going to be wearing no polished black shoes. So I bought some casual shoes. I don't know if we can see them. Hold on. I don't know if we can see them. Hold on. I'm going to wear these to our dinner the night before. Just canvas shoes because I don't own a pair. Hold on. I'll mute this so you don't have to hear the rustling. Hold on. All right, there we go. Yeah, so I bought some gray chinos, skinny chinos that I'm gonna wear with those shoes with a button-up shirt and a jacket. So there you go. It's fancy enough for Ping. Ping is happy in a set of hoodies and a pair of skinny jeans. Like that's it. I'd wear that everywhere, but I can't wear that to the restaurant. So I have to wear some actual tailored pants. Do you have sales on at the moment? Yeah, so they were half price. I got them. They were supposed to be like $100. I got them for like 40, and I think the pants I got for like 20% off. Alligator? No, not alligator. Nice shoes? Yeah, they're all right. They're all right. Increase the screen size? I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can. Oh, that's not a good look. No, that's not it either. No. That's not a good look. No, that's not it. Yeah, I like that one, but the view's weird. You can see my air fryer. I have an air fryer box right here. It's not a good view. That's a weird view. We might have to get like a different camera. Do you guys like this view? Or do you like the other one? Actually, it makes me look smaller. I think the other one's better. I think the other one's better. Sean says my uncle wrote helping me under each shoe. So when his son knelt down at the altar, we could all see. Really? Is that for real? That's pretty I don't know if that's disturbing or funny. Rachel says, my son wears that style with khakis and a dress shirt. Looks nice. Yeah. So that's basically what I'm doing, wearing chinos and a dress shirt. And then the next day I'm actually wearing a proper jacket, button-up shirt, tie, more black, actually they're navy chinos, not black. And I'll have polished shoes because the wedding the next day you have to look a bit more fancy. So, yeah, well, we'll work that out. We'll work that out at some point. We'll work that out. We're working on a different angle. We'll do that when we come back. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. There we go. I know. We're gonna have to get a different viewpoint or something over here or up here or something like that. We've got to figure it out. Because right now this is literally the only place the camera can go where I can control this. You guys can see something. I don't know what we're gonna do, but does Mrs. Ping have her outfit yet? Actually, she just bought it this morning. She just bought it this morning. I might be able to show you if I can find it. Yes, I can show you. So this is the dress that she bought for the wedding. So it's the one that she got. So sort of similar to the one she wore to a wedding we went to in July, but different color, slightly different look. So yes, so that's what she'll be wearing. Here you go. Everyone likes your dress. So yeah, that's what she'll be wearing. Yeah, it is very pretty. I think she got this on sale too. I think it was supposed to be really expensive. Like, girls' clothes are stupidly expensive. Like boys' clothes, I can just spend like $100 and I've got enough clothes to wear to a wedding. Girls' clothes are just ridiculously expensive. It's like, hey, you want a dress? Yeah, like $250. Hey, you want some shoes? Like $129. It's just crazy. No, actually, the dress we got on sale, the dress was supposed to be 200. 200? So 200? Okay. So it was supposed to be like just shy of 200. I think she got it for like 140 or something. So there you go. You guys will see a little bit of it. I'm taking you with me in December. We actually figured out how to do the live streaming on the road. So we now know how to stream outside of the house, and we tested it the other weekend and it works. So we'll be, yeah, you guys will be coming to Tasmania with us. Don't give all her secrets away. I didn't tell you where she bought it. And I don't know. I don't even know if she hasn't, that's all she's chosen so far. She hasn't chosen any shoes, she hasn't chosen any jewelry, she hasn't got something for the night before. Because the thing is, at the wedding, we're going to like a dinner the night before, which is supposed to like a get to know everyone dinner with the bride and groom. So the night before we have to go out to dinner and meet all their friends that we've never met, and some of the bridal party that we haven't met before, and like his family, like we've met some of them but not all of them, so we have to meet them. And so it's sort of like a get together before the wedding, and then we have the wedding the next day. So we have to go out twice in about 24 hours, and obviously wear different things. So it'll be an interesting time. But yeah, take you guys to the bushland in Tasmania. We're literally going into the countryside in Tassie. So you guys will get an interesting view, and I'll still be doing live shows in Tasmania. They may not be as long, they may not be an hour and a half, but I'll do as many as I can while we're down there in the hotel. So you want photos? Oh, that's the thing. I told you I would show you photos from the wedding in July. The only thing is we don't have them. We don't have, right. I almost said your real name. That was a very sharp look. We never got the photos from the wedding in July, did we? Like, Vesta's not given it to anyone, has she? Yeah. No, we don't have them yet. We kept asking and asking the bride and groom, but they were just like, "Oh, there's like 5,000 photos," because they were very nice on the day. They not only did like group photos for the wedding, they did photos with like the bride and groom with different families and couples and stuff. But then there was time left with the photographer, and they actually let whatever families they wanted to and whatever couples they wanted to have time with the photographer to take their own photos. So you could take photos with like, me and Mrs. Ping took photos, me and Mrs. Ping and her family took photos, that type of thing. But we just don't have them back yet. So that was really nice. And it was actually a very nice present to get like these beautiful sort of formal photos done for free. It was very kind of the bride and groom, but we just don't have them. Yeah, you guys won't just see photos, you guys will see live from the wedding. I have full horizontal. TY, my wonderful chat friends will still be listening. I'm so confused. What happened? She's fallen horizontal. She says, "Thank you, my wonderful chat friends. I will be listening." Oh, okay. I hate when that happens to me. I often fall horizontal. That happens frequently. All right. Yeah, we're going to go to ABC7 in New York. This is an older story, but I try and space these out a little bit because of the content of it.
It's a child allegations tonight against a child therapist on Long Island. Renee Hoberman is accused of distributing child pornography involving infants. And prosecutors tonight warning that she is a danger to the community. Here's Long Island reporter Shantae Lance.
Long Island child therapist Renee Hoberman was arrested and charged with distribution of child pornography.
Gut-wrenching a little bit. Your stomach turned when you heard about everything she did.
The 36-year-old pleaded not guilty, but in a criminal complaint, federal prosecutors say Renee Hoberman, who also goes by the name Raina, quote, distributed heinous and disturbing child pornography, including videos showing infants being restrained and raped. Prosecutors also say while posing as a man, Hoberman claimed to have produced child porn and offered others the opportunity to sexually abuse children.
It's upsetting. The half of our block are kids, and they're all great kids, so hearing something like that, you never know what's going on behind doors and stuff like that.
Her Plainview neighbors say her home on Pine Street was searched yesterday.
I saw them coming out with like garbage bag looking bags full of stuff.
Prosecutors say several electronic devices were seized, including an iPhone, which allegedly contained several videos of child sexual abuse in a hidden photos folder and sexual images of children shared with others on a Telegram account. Hoberman was held without bail. She worked part-time as a child therapist. Renee Hoberman worked here in Melville at LifeStance Health. Managers at this therapy office say they had no idea about the charge. They take it very seriously. They don't believe any children were harmed and that she's since been fired.
I haven't seen her since she was a little tiny kid. And all of a sudden she's grown up and she's moved out and she came back and she's a monster. And you're like, what happened?
Allegations.
What happened indeed? A female. It doesn't happen that often with women. A woman producing CSAM material at her workplace while she's a child therapist? That is hauntingly disgusting, and she is literally a monster. When men commit these crimes, not that we should act like this, but people sort of go, oh, another male PDF file or whatever, right? But when women do it, it almost breaks like this societal trust in women, and I hate that because I'm a guy. Like, I get it. I get looked down on. If I was ever with one of my relatives that's a female child, I'd probably have the cops called on me or something. So I get what it's like to be under that gaze. But I just mean, when women do it, it almost breaks like this primal connection that a lot of women have as overseers of children, of like protectors of little kids. And I know men should have that image too, but it just seems to break that motherly type image. And so Renee Hoberman, 36, has been held without bail when she appeared in federal court in Islip. Is it Islip? Islip on Wednesday afternoon. Her Plainview home was searched Wednesday following her arrest, and several electronic devices were seized, including an iPhone. And they're saying authorities say her iPhone contains several videos of CSAM material in hidden photo folders and sexual images of children shared with others on a Telegram account. They say she also goes by the name Rena and worked as a part-time licensed therapist for LifeStance Health in Melville, where she advertised her services for working with children up to the age of 17. According to advertisements, that was since 2022. She has since been terminated, and a spokesperson for LifeStance Health provided a statement saying, "It has been brought to our attention that Renee Hoberman, a part-time provider at the Melville, New York office, was arrested on October 23rd, 2024 on one count of distribution of CSAM. We take this matter extremely seriously and have immediately terminated the provider and are working with patients to transfer care to other providers. We have not received any information from authorities indicating that any patients have been impacted by the alleged activity. We intend to cooperate fully with the investigation." They say Hoberman also provided youth counseling services to children at South Oaks Hospital in Amityville between 2016 and 2021. She worked at elementary schools and mental health clinics before becoming a licensed social worker, according to her biography page on LifeStance. Hoberman is accused of using messaging apps to upload sexually abusive images of minors, including videos of a man R-wording infants a year older or younger. They say, I haven't, that guy that was on there says, I haven't seen her since she was a little kid, and all of a sudden she's grown up, she's moved out, she's come back, and she's a monster. You're like, what happened? I agree. What happened? They say, as alleged, Hoberman distributed heinous and disturbing CSAM. Additionally, while posing as a man, they say Hoberman, who is a therapist serving children, claimed to have produced CSAM and offered others the opportunity to uh, partake in the abuse. And they say our investigation into Hoberman is ongoing, and we urge anyone with information to contact the HSI tip line. Together with our law enforcement partners, we will relentlessly pursue predators who victimize children and prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law. They say if convicted, Hoberman faces a mandatory minimum sentence of 5 years in prison. They say anyone with information about her or anything that she's uploaded, made, any children you might think are involved, call the HSI tip line 866-347-2423 or at the HSI website ice.gov/webform/ice dash tip dash form. There you go. Wow. What a piece of crap she is. What an absolute wretched human being. To be someone who works with children every day and feel okay to do that is just disgusting. It really is. I wonder if we can find the press conference for it. Hold on. Yeah. Apparently they did do a press conference. I'm just trying to see if I can find it. That's not it. All right, let's go to the New York Post. According to the New York Post, a female Long Island therapist allegedly posing as a man with babies and bragging about SAing his kids while sending sick CSAM, then later confessed she got off on it. Renee Hoberman, 36, was arrested Wednesday after she shared multiple videos on the messaging app Kik that depicted infants ranging in age from 6 months to 1 year old being tied up and R-worded by a man as the tots helplessly sobbed during the crimes. The sicko even pretended to be a man during disturbing chats on October 16, where she claimed to have multiple minors she SAs, according to the federal complaint. Here's a photo of the wretched dog here. Look at this, like awful excuse for a human, really. Actually, dogs are better to all humans than she will ever be. She is just an awful, not even human, subhuman. They say the user further claimed that he, being a she, would have this word here that I can't say on YouTube. I'll expand it for you. I can't say this word, unfortunately. This word, sex with children, and would punish the children by getting naked, stripping the child naked, and spanking them while the other children watched. Hoberman allegedly invited another user to visit his family in New York to spank the children. She then allegedly sent 2 CP videos while describing how she SAs her own children. The accused pervert chatted under several usernames, including BadGirl854, Always Spanked, Spanked and Naked, Pretty Princess 2388. Woman, you are anything but close to pretty, and your crimes make you ugly on the inside too. You need a freaking reality check. Ain't no one think you're pretty. They say here, one of her other names was Daddy Who Spanks Naked, and multiple other disgusting incidents which allegedly occurred between June and October 2024. As alleged, Hoberman distributed the heinous and disturbing CSAM. Additionally, while posing as a man, Hoberman, who is a therapist serving children, claimed to have produced CP and offered others the opportunity to do the same. Authorities zeroed in on her after receiving several tips about it from Kik. When agents from Homeland Security Investigations Unit raided her home on Wednesday, she confessed to the stomach-churning crimes and admitted that she also sent CP on Telegram, Discord, and WhatsApp, according to the complaint. So not only are you a sick, subhuman, awful person, you're also dumb as rocks, and you admit to crimes that they don't even know about. Congratulations, you played yourself. They say here that they found more evidence on her phone. She admitted to agents that she had a preference for children from infancy to age 3, and that she prefers violent depictions of the children in the media. The media she made. Sorry, I can't say the other word. They say Hoberman worked as a child therapist specializing in infancy to 17-year-olds. In a statement, the employer said she was a part-time provider and was canned by the company as soon as they found out on Wednesday. They say she's been charged with distribution of CSAM and arraigned Wednesday afternoon in the area. She's been held without bail at this time. If there's anyone that deserves Ping's ultimate punishment, which is, the No Country for Old Men cattle thing with the air, and it's her. Just sentence her and be like, your sentence is No Country for Old Men, and then they just go like that, and it's just the bolt goes through her head. That's it, because she ain't gonna ever change. She ain't going to ever change. I promise you. She already has these sick and mental, twisted ideas and ideologies in her head, they ain't never going away. The fact that she would work with children and develop her entire career around it while having such sick fantasies and actions, she will never be different. She's just no, they just don't change. I don't believe they ever change. There's nothing that fixes that. Yeah, that's disgusting. What, so she can hurt more children? It's gross. Yeah, she needs the No Country for Old Men vengeance. That's right. Let's see if we can find a photo of that. What's it called? That's right. It's called a captive bolt stunner. That's what we need. That's what we need. We need the bolt. It only costs $460. That is so cheap. They sell them at the vet places. You can get them if you work on a farm. That's so much cheaper than keeping her in jail. There you go. You can buy it. Captive bolt slaughter device. Great. That's so much cheaper than running an electric chair. Yeah, Telegram is a encrypted app that people use to communicate. Sean says, glad she was caught at a young age. It is actually pretty lucky she was caught at this young age and not at 50, because she would have had hundreds more victims by then. You wanted to go to jail first? Fine. I just like it if they just sentence them and then do it, because it just so sudden. You know, it's just like, oh, the sentence is being carried out. And she goes, oh, when? And we go, right now. You just step through the door. And like, it's like, go through door number 1 and win your prize. Rachel says, something isn't wired right with people like that. They need confinement for a long time. Yeah. To play with her new friends. Yeah, her new friend is this. The Blitz captive bolt slaughter device. That's what it is. That's her new friend. We make her sleep with it for 30 days and make her get to know it, and then we turn it on. Wendy R says, leave her alone for 2 hours with the families. No question asked about what happens there. I'm actually not against that if we somehow allowed that in our constitutions in Australia or America. I'd be all right with it. Patty L says, I find it hard to think that there is a cure for these offenders. There's no cure. There's no cure. They have proven time and time again that they will repeat offend as soon as they get out. As soon as they get out, they go on the hunt again. Look at Moody, the guy who killed Brittany Drexel. He was a career guy that didn't matter if it was a guy, a girl, whoever, just had to be like, young or underage. And he was all over it. Basically, as long as it had a heartbeat, he was good with R-wording it. And he went from just attacking people to end up murdering someone and burying them, creating one of Carolina's greatest mysteries for the last decade. So I don't believe these people ever change. He was in jail for a long, long time before he got out and killed Brittany Drexel. What did Rachel say? Yeah. All right. Sherry says, my daughter is a psychologist in a prison and said the sexual deviant can never be rehabilitated. I agree. That's why we No Country for Old Men them. We just get the captive bolt device and take them out. Treat them like the cattle they are. Angela says she should never see the light of day again. I agree. She will just reoffend. I guarantee it. I guarantee she'll just offend again. I don't know what. And like, this is so different. Like, I've had people accuse me in the comments of like, Ping, you're just like kink shaming people. This is not kink shaming. It's a crime. Kink shaming is where you like accuse someone or make fun of them for their sexual likes or pleasures. That's when it's consensual in an adult relationship, not with children. There is no such thing as kink shaming when you are attacking children. That's called a crime. Share Bear says, ouch, that hurt my heart. Shameful wood chipper. Yeah, the wood chipper? I like that. Am I going to turn into Saw? Am I going to turn into that guy and I'm going to start abducting these people and telling them I want to play a game? I might have to leave true crime. I may turn into the Saw guy eventually, but instead of dying from cancer, I just want to rid the world of these crazy people. Wendy R says, what about those who partook of what she put online? They are also sick people to view it. I'm guessing they're about to get knocks on the door as well. They will probably be getting a surprise visit from the police at some point very soon. Actually, a bunch of them actually reported her, which is really nice to see. A bunch of people who saw her on Kick and saw what she was trying to peddle around actually reported her to Kick. So it's nice to hear that there was at least some people who could understand what she was doing was really wrong, and they actually took it upon themselves to report her. Well done to those people, by the way. Even though I know you are all drug dealers, congratulations to you for helping stop her. You can get back to your drug dealing now, because they're the only people who use that service. It's either PDF files or drug dealers. That's it. There's no one else. Or people wanting to do murders. That's it. Donations would go up if you did that. I think I think I've seen that movie. It ends badly for the guy doing it. I think I've seen that one where he streams it online of all his crimes that he's doing as a retribution to society. I think I've seen that before, and it doesn't end well for the hero or the anti-hero. Yeah, you guys. How long do we have? Is Trish doing a show tonight? Hold on, let me check. Are they actually going on tonight? I didn't see one when I came in at the first time. Oh, no, they are. Cool. Oh, they're doing the story that we did yesterday. You know the 911 call with the pizza? They're doing the story that we did yesterday. I showed you the body cam footage and all that yesterday. But we know the code words. That's right. All right, let me check a couple of things. And then we're going to start winding down for the night. Just remember, there is no late show tonight, unfortunately. Today is the new schedule. There is no late show anymore. It is only the early show. And from tomorrow, it should be back to being 8 o'clock. It's been late the last 2 days, but from the future, it should be 8 o'clock, so we get an extra hour in the live show every day. But there just will be there'll be no late show, which is a shame because I know there's some people who really like the late show, but unfortunately, it's not enough people. There's only most of the people. It's weird. We have a weird split of people. It's like 80% of our viewers come from the East Coast and 20% of our viewers come from the West Coast. But 80% of our viewers go to bed by midnight, and then those 20% that are okay with staying up and want to watch the late show, it's just yeah. I'm sorry, guys. It's just the way it is. Just life. It'll come back next year when we get closer to Aaron Patterson's trial. I'll start doing it again. You're in the Central. That makes sense. All right. I think that's just about it, guys. I know I was a couple minutes late. I think we're just about done. Hold on, let me check. Fine. I'll show you this one, and I'll try to figure out why that girl never went to trial today. That's very odd. She was due in court this morning. I'll show you this one from Gayla. She says she found this story on the BBC. Is it the BBC? Yeah. Missing woman found with snake bite after 6 days in the mountains. She was in the Kosciuszko National Park in Australia's snowy mountains and had been dazed and injured. They say she was found after emergency services started a massive search and rescue operation for her. They said she was located on Sunday after they'd been searching for her for about 6 days. She was suffering from a snake bite, dehydration, and a rolled ankle. They say the avid photographer was treated for injuries at the scene before being rushed to hospital where she's in a stable condition. They say she had been a regular to the area where she often documented wild horses living in the mountains, the Brumbies that live in the snowy mountains. They say fears grew for her safety after a hire car company reported that her car had not been returned and she could not be contacted. Her car was found later unlocked and abandoned. New South Wales Police launched an appeal on 21st of October to the public to help find her and began a wide-scale search using sniffer dogs, firefighters, park rangers, and a helicopter with infrared capabilities. Concerns increased after rescue teams failed to find her after several days and temperatures in the area dropping as low as 0 at night. She was found Sunday afternoon local time by the National Parks and Wildlife Service officer on the Nungarr Creek Trail at Kiandra. They said they told the media she'd been wandering for days through tough bushland and told rescuers she believed she'd been bitten by a copperhead snake 4 days earlier. The copperhead tends to be shy, but tends to be a shy snake rather than aggressive, but they have a very potent, powerful neurotoxin as venom and can be fatal without medical intervention. They said the fact she's alive is very fortunate. She obviously went through a tough time. They added that she's in a reasonable condition now in hospital and happy to be alive. That is crazy. Imagine getting bit by a copperhead snake and still have to wander around a national park that drops to 0 overnight and somehow survive being envenomated. Is that a word? Envenomed. Yeah, I'll go with that. Don't go hiking in the winter. Helicopters won't go out to search. It's too dangerous. Yeah, she's lucky to be alive, right? Thanks, Laura T. It's good to see you, by the way. Diane says she's lucky. Yeah, I agree. April B says, I'm in the central time zone. I'll miss it, but I understand. All right. Let's wind up for the night. Hey, I love you all very much. We'll see how this new schedule goes and we'll figure out what we do from here on out, but we'll see. We'll see how this next couple of weeks go. Okay? The best way you can all help if you guys want the late shows back is to help support the channel. Find ways to get creative to get more people here, that type of thing. That would help a lot. I appreciate it a lot, everyone. Have fun with Trish. Good night. Bye.